Good evening. My name is Hannah Longley, and I'm the Clinical Manager of the Crisis Programs here at Crisis and Counseling. Tonight, I'm honored to present the Crisis and Counseling Organization of the Year Award to the Red Barn. Red Barn has provided invaluable support to the mental health population in this community. When I began writing the speech and gathering information about all the good work they do, it was suggested that I simply go and snap a picture of their sign. Would have been a lot easier. The sign shows the enormous amount of money that they raised, and it clearly states that Red Barn cares, because that sums up what they do for this community. Although this highlights their work and effort, it only skims the surface, especially when it comes to the awareness that they have raised to support individuals struggling with mental health and substance abuse concerns. It's clear they are fully invested in the community and the residents who live and work here. Stigma surrounding mental health and substance abuse and seeking treatment is a barrier that those of us working in the community combat each and every single day. Laura and the Red Barn crew have been at the front lines of this fight, raising awareness for those who often suffer in silence and worry about reaching out for help. Our neighbors at the Red Barn have had the courage to present a public face to mental health and substance abuse, and this has undoubtedly helped others step forward to get the help that they need also. We believe that Laura has done an incredible public good by telling her story in this open way. She has helped shift the narrative surrounding these issues and allowed space for new stories of struggle and triumph to be told. As the Red Barn works to decrease stigmas, they are increasing the efforts of others to courageously step forward to get support and treatment. Red Barn Cares has worked tirelessly to support many community charities and fundraising efforts, not only for individuals or families, but also for the larger concerns and issues. They provide a location for groups to gather and people to rally around one another for common care and support. They are willing to do everything they can to assist the community in times of tragedy, as well as celebrating exciting milestones such as project graduations. For people in the Augusta area, Red Barn has become a valuable resource for people to gather, share ideas and support, and come together as a community. I have yet to hear about a time that someone has been turned away. I've only heard of stories in which the response is, we'll find a way to make that work and help. Much like our agency, Red Barn has demonstrated flexibility, creativity in order to meet the needs of the community, especially those facing the most difficult challenges, no matter how large or how small the request may be. Their level of support has ranged from providing spaghetti dinners to pay for unmet medical expenses, to dinner menus with all proceeds going to family members who have recently suffered traumatic loss, to a recipe for our agency's very own cookbook. I was going to say they're still available for purchase and see Courtney for details, then she broke it to me, you all got one tonight. So if you would like an additional cookbook, please see Courtney. Although this year we did not select a traditional behavioral health organization of the year, it is clear that we selected a local business that has gone above and beyond what is expected of them, that has been able to reach individuals in a way that others may not, and cares deeply for those in the community. Thank you to Laura and to Red Barn for all your work, compassion, and support. It is definitely clear to our community that Red Barn cares. It's a great honor to ask you to come forward so you can receive your award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Give me a hug. Very much. Huh? I gotta move this down. I gotta move this down. Can everybody hear me okay? Because you're really gonna need to. I started out 35 years into the business, trying to make money and working like every other small business owner, toiling and toiling and toiling to no result. I was just going to be put out of business by all the big money corporations coming in. So I figured nearly 6 years ago, we had to do something pretty drastic, and that was open the door, give the food away, and give back to the community, something I never could have thought I could have afforded to do. I couldn't pay my bills. How am I going to give away anything? And once I realized that that was exactly what I needed to do, and the floodgates opened, and the people loved it, and the need was so great, and that gave me my purpose back, because I was working 20 hours a day and nothing was happening for 35 years. That's a long time. So for the last 5.5, 6 years, I finally figured it out. We have, at the Red Barn Cares, all of my family and everybody that works at the Red Barn have done nothing except try to get the word out that giving back to your community, investing in your community, taking the money that people come and give to you and give it back to the community is exactly how to grow a business. I can prove it. It's working. And that's what started the Red Barn Cares. And the Red Barn business doubled, and then it doubled, and then it doubled, and then it doubled. And those are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things. I knew how to give back to the community. I knew how to give back to thousands and thousands and thousands of people. I was really good at it. What I was horrible at was giving to myself. And I was hiding this awful secret that I thought nobody knew. And I would go home and feel so profoundly sad and couldn't stop drinking. I couldn't stop numbing the pain, whatever that was. And I knew that it wasn't working. And I knew that if I had a couple more, it seemed like it did. And it was this awful cycle. So I was out helping everybody and giving away nearly $1 million. And I had nothing for myself. So I had to take that really, really long, hard look at myself, realize that I had bipolar, recently diagnosed. Well, that explains a lot. That works. And couple that with the drinking, and I would go home, pull the blinds, and be a virtual recluse. I was embarrassed and ashamed and hating myself every minute of the day. And then I would get back, put on my sneakers, go to the Red Barn, and I would smile and get my refill. I would get filled back up again by giving back to others. And that worked for a while. And it didn't work after one manic episode after another. It didn't work anymore, so on the eve of December 11th, to be exact, I sat down on Facebook, and I've been very candid about my life. That's what makes the Red Barn a lot different than most, because I've been candid about a lot of things. But I had to tell everybody my secret. And the reason why I did it that way was because I could have gone somewhere and gotten treatment, and nobody would have known. And I said, I can't. I need help. For me to ask for help or need help was, look at me, I'm shaking. I can't even stand the thought, but I need help. And I put it there, and I thought, if somebody responds to this, I put it on Red Barn. It was hard for a lot of people to see. In fact, I'm sure most of you in this room probably did read that exact post. And I sat there wondering, is anybody going to say anything? If one person says something, then I'll know it was worth it, right? Because I can't be the only one. But you feel like you are. You feel like you're the only alcoholic in the world. No other alcoholics out there. So it's weird how your mind is just held hostage by this disease. It really is. So I sent that post. It was the hardest thing I've ever done, ever. And I've done a lot of hard things. Asking for help and admitting I needed help and going to seek treatment is in keeping with why I'm here today. I'm sure of that. But I couldn't believe when I got to the Red Barn. I pushed send. My brother Peter was like, what is going on? The phone is ringing off the hook. And thousands of people said, Lori, you can do this. Thousands of people in my community, those same people that I helped me back. And I was okay with that. Because I thought, okay, that was the first thing I hoped would happen. The second thing I hoped would happen was that Laura's going to get out there. Let's face it, I do my best at letting people think that I'm okay. I'm good at that too. I mean, like right now, I'm really fine, but I really am. But back then, and that's what I mean, if I put that out there, maybe somebody might say, okay, if Laura can do it, I guess I'm not the only one. Maybe I can get some help. If Laura can do it, maybe. And I'm like, maybe. I'd like to think so. Maybe. Because you know what? I'm a good person. I'm a good good person. I've done great things. I can't hate myself. I can't be ashamed anymore. I'm good and I want to keep doing great things. So that was December 11th. I pushed send on December 12th because I couldn't do it the night before. I couldn't dare. And thousands more private messaged me, went to Alicia's phone. I am going to seek treatment. Thank you for giving me the courage to know that if you can do it, I can do it. Now that is awesome. That is, now I'm well, mercifully, 6 months. Yesterday, I'll add. Yay! And that's it. Everybody wins. The community wins. The Red Barn wins. The customers come in, they win. We all win. I finally have my life back. I finally don't have to feel like this imposter in my own life. Even my puppies didn't sit with me. You know? And it's different now. So now I wake up and I'm like, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this. Everybody's there, 5 o'clock, Mother's Day, we serve 4,000 people. Peter turns around and says, when did you show up? Been there for 9 hours, 10 hours, because I'm not screaming, I'm not just ruining everybody's day by saying this has to be this way because I feel that bad about myself. Not that that's the way it is at the Red Barn all the time, but when it gets busy, and that was the thing. So I just knew, now I show up and I'm like, hey Pete, you want to sit down, have a glass of water? Let's take this world by storm. Let's make this business be the best business it can be, and let's help other businesses be the best businesses they can be. And you know what? Just maybe there might be some business owners out there that said, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. And I will never tire of telling anybody that story because I'm not ashamed. I'm a woman afflicted. I'm a woman with bipolar, and I'm a woman that just has to work a little bit harder to get well. That's all I am, and I am 100% okay with that. Thank you